It's Thursday, the 25th of November 2021. Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business Headlines, where we give you the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Morning, Michael.
Okay, 5 stories, 5 minutes. Let's get into it. Story number 1, Black Friday sales, Sean, kick off tomorrow, and retailers are really hoping for a surge in turnover as a kickstart in the run into Christmas.
Yes, the next few days are critical for retailers, with sales lasting through to Monday. Given everyone is out of lockdown and people have savings to spend, it should be a good time for storekeepers. In all, around $60 billion will be spent by shoppers between now and Christmas. But retail isn't in great shape for a few reasons at the moment. Several companies have reported difficulty getting stock because of supply chain issues. Finding staff has been a challenge, and the check-in, check-out process at the entry to stores is causing frustration among shoppers, some of which has been taken out on shop assistance. Now, the Australian Retailers Association said that it was occurring everywhere from supermarkets to retailers, even to charities. And many retailers had to hire security to manage customers. Jerry Harvey was out and about yesterday. He's eternally optimistic, and he was talking about the run into Christmas. He said that he's very confident that it would be a good 5 or 6 weeks, though Harvey Norman's profits had fallen 36% in the past 4 months due to lockdowns. All in all, make or break time for retailers.
Yeah, certainly is. That's story number 1. Story number 2 today, the Commonwealth Bank has had a little bit to say. CEO Matt Comyn was speaking on Tuesday night and really weighed in on the cryptocurrency debate.
Yeah, Matt Comyn is probably the highest profile supporter of cryptocurrencies, and Commonwealth Bank will allow buying and selling of cryptos as investments in the CBA wallet. So people are watching what he has to say. On Tuesday, he provided a warning. He said people speculating on cryptos open themselves up to major risks. Yes, it is a bit self-evident, but the fact that the big advocate of cryptos is out there warning investors is pretty significant.
Yeah, it's a pretty important message, I think, that he's trying to get out there. Story number 3, funnily enough, also comes from the Commonwealth Bank, and some really interesting data about people who use buy now, pay later.
Yes, so people who use buy now, pay later are more likely to overdraw their accounts, according to the Commonwealth Bank, and fall behind on repayments. The bank said 7.2% of its customers who used buy now, pay later loans in 2021 overdrew their accounts, compared to 3.9% of non-buy now, pay later customers in a similar age bracket. This is a really big issue because one of the big debates in the whole space is the creditworthiness of users. The advocates, Afterpay Zipco, insist that they don't have big losses due to creditworthiness, whereas critics argue it will come eventually. So this data is very relevant.
Yeah, you're right there. Story number 4 this morning, Sean. We all know that the travel sector has been hit extremely hard by COVID, so it's very encouraging to see at least one major group now talking up the sector's prospects.
Yes, Webjet said the impact of COVID-19 will start to recede within 12 months, providing greater stability to the industry. The group expects pre-COVID booking volumes to be reached between October next year and March 2023. That still means a near 3-year disaster period for the sector. Assuming they can last that long, a bunch of the travel companies, having weathered the storm and become much more efficient, are looking for much better times ahead. Their share prices have done really well since August. Webjet's up nearly 20%, Corporate Travel Management is up nearly 9%, and Flight Centre is up more than 30% in the last couple of months. Of course, they remain well below their pre-COVID peaks. Flight Centre, for example, is less than 1/3 of what it was in the middle of 2018.
Okay, story number 5. Sean, you know something? I reckon everybody knows at least one couple that has pushed back a wedding that was due to take place in the last 18 months. COVID really was not very good for marriages. There was a 31% drop in marriages last year compared to 2019.
Yes, but interestingly, Michael, it didn't actually affect the divorce rate. In fact, the number of divorces rose slightly. Anyway, the Bureau of Statistics figures show there were 79,000 marriages last year, the lowest number since records began back in 1961. Obviously, COVID had a fair bit to do with that. Victoria, which was hardest hit by the lockdowns, led the way with marriages down more than 40%. Now, the 10th of October was the most popular day for getting married, and the 5th most popular day was the 29th of February. Obviously, last year was a leap year. In regards to divorces, there was a small increase to 49,500. But the Bureau noted, perhaps prophetically, that divorces are only reported once finalised after a separation of at least 1 year. So, pandemic-related divorces won't be in the system yet.
So there could be worse to come. All right, that's it. 5 stories in 5 minutes. Thank you very much, Sean.
Thank you, Michael.
It's Thursday, the 25th of November, 2021. Remember to hit follow on the podcast. And if 5 minutes isn't quite enough, if you want a little bit more, you can find our longer podcast called Fear and Greed on your podcast platform. You can always find more information and sign up for our free daily newsletter at fearandgreed.com.au. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was the Fear and Greed Business Headlines. Have a great day.